Okay, so the second part of your day is going to be completing 3 worksheets. They'll be graded. They are a graded assignment. They're going to go in as your homework this week. They should be relatively easy. They're on past knowledge. I am going to go over one from each section of your worksheets to so that you know what is going on. Okay, I'm trying to make this a little less blurry. It doesn't seem to be working. I'll do the best I can. Okay. So for skill 3, it says, "Are you ready?" Factors. So you're on at the bottom. It should say page 18. Okay. Factors are whole numbers that are multiplied together to obtain another whole number. So an example, since 2 times 7 equals 14, both 2 and 7 are factors of 14. To find all the factors of a number, and it gives you the steps. So step 1, begin with 1 and the number itself. These will be the smallest and the largest factors of that number. Example, list the factors of 36. 1 times 36 equals 36. So 1 and 36 are examples. We did this yesterday. Okay, it's the exact same one. I just did it as a factor tree. So yesterday, remember for bell work, if you can't remember, please go back and look at your bell work. When we said 36 and we started with 1 and 36, okay? Step 2, test other factor pairs. So, we did 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 6 and 6. Okay, so we did all this. Continue until the factors repeat. So if I were to go after 6, okay, 7 doesn't work, 8 doesn't work, but 9 would. So then we're back up to this 9 times 4. Okay, and then step 4 is just to list all the factors. So the factors would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. Okay, they put it in list form. We just did it in tree form yesterday. Okay, so question 1 through 4 is determine whether the second number is the factor of the first. So you're just determining if 6 will go into 20 and so forth. So if 6 will go into 20, let's check. 20 is 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. 6 doesn't work, 7, nope. So this would be a no. Okay, so you're just saying no or yes to all of these. So then you're going to look to see, is 2 a factor of 8? Is 35 a factor of 35? Is 12 a factor of 48? No calculators are needed, guys. So that's 1 through 4. 5 through 12 is to list all the factors of the numbers. Okay. If you need a scratch piece of paper to do this work on, please get one. Okay. And attach it to your work when you turn it into the sub today. Alright, so if we're looking at listing the factors of 24, okay, so I'm just going to write mine over here so I don't have to get another piece of paper. So 1 and 24, it's even, so I know 2 will go into it, it's 2 and 12, okay, 3 and 8, and then 4 and 6. Okay, again, 7 no, 8 no, oh, wait, we got here, so 5 no, 6, we're back here, 8, 9, 10, we are good to go. So our factors, we're just going to list with our little curly Q thing that you guys love to write, and just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. And if you notice, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Okay? And that's what you're going to do 5 through 12. Again, no calculators are needed, guys. You should be able to do this on your own. Alright. Question 13 through 16. Determine whether the second number is a factor of the first. Okay? Again, you're checking. This is just practice for us. So we know we make sure we're doing everything right. So, will 7 go into 32? So you do your factor tree again. Think about it. Well, I know my 7s pretty well. Nothing times 7 is going to give me 32, so that's a no. Okay, you're going to do that with, does 15 go into 60, 24 into 144, 6 into 40. Again, if you don't need a calculator. If you have no idea, you're going to do division. So 32 divided by 7. Okay, well, will 7 go into 3? No, so that's 0. And start thinking, okay, 7 times what is going to give me 32? Well, if I think about it, 7 times 5 is 35, so that doesn't work. 7 times 4 is 28. So the closest I can get would be 4, and that's 28. And that's going to give me a remainder, okay? So it's going to give me a remainder of 4. Well, that means if you have a remainder with your division, it's not a factor, because a factor has to go in even as a whole, okay? So that's a no. All right? And the last thing, 17 through 20, again, you're listing all the possible factors, okay? The possible factors of 17, of course, we should know is just 1 and 17. Nothing else will go into them. All right? So that's the first worksheet, page 18. So at the very bottom, page 18. At the top, you'll see skill 3 factors, okay? Don't forget to put your name, the date, and what class. So period 2, 4, or 6 for today, or 7 tomorrow, okay? Are you ready? Multiply monomials and polynomials. It's skill 62. This is worksheet page 136, okay? These are just multiplying monomials or polynomials. So definition. A monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of a number and one or more variables with whole number exponents, okay? Definition number 2. A polynomial is a monomial or a sum or difference of monomials. Okay? To multiply a polynomial by a monomial, use the distributive property to multiply each term in the polynomial by the monomial. To do this, find the product of the coefficients or constants and the product of the variables. Remember, multiply the numbers but add the exponents of the variables. Okay, so example number 1. We have 15 times 3x plus 2. Distributive property. So we distribute the 15 to the 3x and we distribute the 15 to the 2. Then you multiply. 15 times 3 is 45. You drop the x because we did not change the exponent. Okay? 15 times 2 is 30. So your final answer is 45x plus 30. Okay? So here's our answer right here. Okay? Now, when we're multiplying, if we have a variable on the outside and we're distributing, the same concept applies. We distribute. So we have 5y times 3y squared, 5y times negative 6y, 5y times positive 5. Okay? Now with this, you have to multiply the coefficients, but don't forget to add the exponents. So you get 3 times, or 5 times 3, which is 15, but you had 1y multiplied by 2y, so that's 1 plus 2, which gives you y to the third. Okay? So you get 15y to the third. Again, 5 times 6, we just keep dropping the negative, is 30. We add the exponents, which would be 1 and 1, so we get y squared. So we have negative 30y squared. The last one is 5 times 5, so we get 25, but there was no extra y here, so we just dropped the single y down. Okay, so this would be our answer here. Okay. All right, I'm going to walk through step number 1, or problem number 1 with you. So what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this 8 through the parentheses. So we're going to get 8 times 2d plus 5 times 8, or 8 times 5. Okay, and then we're going to do the multiplication. 8 times 2 is 16. So we get 16d plus 5 times 8, which is 40. So here's our answer. It should be that easy. Alright. I'm also going to step through number 6 with you. This is with a variable on the outside this time around. So we're same thing. We distribute. So we get 10w times 5 minus 10w times 3w. And you're going to need an extra sheet of paper for this because you're just not going to have enough space for work. And you need to show all your work. Okay, so 10 times 5 is 50. 5 did not come with a w, so our single w just drops down. Minus 10 times 3, which is 30. But this time, I have 2 w's that are being multiplied, so we're going to add their exponents. So 1 plus 1 is 2, so we get w squared. Okay, remember when you're multiplying variables, their exponents should be increasing. Alright, that is how you're going to do 1 through 20 on page 136, Skill 62, multiply monomials and polynomials. Okay, again, you must show all your work for this page. Alright, last one. Okay. Are you ready? Skill 64, multiply binomials. So now we're going to be really getting into multiplying binomials. We really need to know this for our factoring unit. Okay, so a definition. A binomial is a sum or difference of two monomials. To multiply a binomial by another binomial, use the distributive property twice. Okay, so you would distribute the x, so you get x times 3x minus 5, and then 6 times 3x minus 5. Okay, I teach it where I say, okay, x to 3x, x to negative 5, 6 to 3x, 6 to negative 5. It's the same concept. Okay, it's just written a little differently. Okay, so I'm going to do number 1 with you. So we get n, we have n plus 6 times n plus 3. So we're going to distribute this for n first. So we're going to get n times n, which is n squared, plus 3n. And then we distribute the 6, so we get plus 6n, plus 6 times 3, which is 18. Okay, so now I have n squared plus 3n plus 6n plus 18. Alright, the last thing I need to do is combine like terms. Our like terms are the terms that are always in the middle if we follow this process. So our final answer is going to be n squared plus 3 plus 6, which is 9. When we're adding, we do not change the exponents, okay? Plus 9n plus 18, okay? Again, when we are adding, we do not change the exponent. Only when we're multiplying, which is how we got this n squared, okay? You're going to do that for questions 2 through 16. You're on page 140, Skill 64, multiplying binomials, okay? Again, you're going to need a second sheet of paper because it's going to be too much work for this page, so please get notebook paper, write it down, okay? If you do not finish this by the end of class, it will be due at the start of class on Friday, okay? It needs to be in my hand so you can receive your credit for it. It is a graded assignment, so please take your time and work on it. You are not allowed to have cell phones. You do not need calculators. You should be able to do this all on your own. If you have any questions, please refer back to the video or ask your sub. They probably can help you because they're intelligent, okay? So again, all 3 of these, so front and back, one single page, are due to me either by the end of class today to the sub or Friday at the start of class. All right? Good luck, and you guys got this.